What's going on, YouTube? And welcome back to Goal Line Hockey. It's your boy Kevin Forte, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Winnipeg Jets and just what an incredible season it has been so far for the Jets. Through 12 games this season, their record is 11 and 1, 22 points, which is the most wins and the most points in the entire National Hockey League. Now, is this level of success sustainable for the Winnipeg Jets, a team that we know how good their defense is? They're getting really good depth just in general from everybody. There seems to be a lot of buy-in with the Jets right now, but at the end of the day, we've heard this story before with the Jets. The Jets have had really good regular seasons, even dating back to last season, and then come playoff time, they just don't get the right matchup and things fall apart. So, really looking at the Jets, I mean, the record is impressive in itself. Their goal differential is plus 29, which is also the best in the league. And you look at this team just in general right now, there's a lot of things that are clicking at the right time. And it seems like they're just kind of picking up from where they left off last year. Now, obviously, looking at the top point producers on this team, not really going to be too much of a surprise to anybody. Kyle Connor leading the team with 19 points, 9 goals, 10 assists. Nikolai Ehlers with 17 points. Scheifele with 16. He's playing really well this season. It's great to see that. And Josh Morrissey, we know last year he had an incredible break, kind of resurgence, right? And Josh Morrissey's following that up so far this year. He's got 15 points in 12 games. And right now, the Jets kind of just look like a wagon that just will not stop. And what I think is really the more important thing with this team is we're seeing the goal scoring from the top guys. That's great. But you're also seeing the goal scoring from guys that you need the depth in your bottom six to be producing, and they are. You're looking at guys like Nino Niederreiter. He's got 5 goals and 5 assists through the first 12 games. That's good depth. That's the difference. It's not the Jets' top guys that are scoring. Yes, you need them to do that, but that's a given. It's the depth. The depth play and scoring has to be on point, and that's all been the case for the Jets so far. And that's really, I think, really the important thing looking at this team. You got Mason Appleton with 9 points, Vlad Nemesnikov 9 points, the captain Adam Lowry, he's got 9 points, Gabe Vilardi's got 10, Cole Perfetti's got 11, and Neil frickin' Pionk has 13 points in 12 games. He's above a point per game. So just to put that in perspective for you, this is a team right now that just, yeah, is everything going their way right now? Absolutely. But they're making those opportunities out there for themselves, and they're just taking advantage of what's in front of them. I think really one of the big things I really like about this team too is the goaltending. We know how good Hellebuck is, and he's been incredible so far this year. 917 save percentage. Eric Comrie, through 3 games this season, he's got a 914. So basically, it doesn't matter right now whether they put in Hellebuck or Comrie. They're both playing so well for the Jets right now. So in terms of what should we expect from this team down the line? I expect them to regress a little bit just because they're playing just so well right now. But it does feel different for the Jets this year, right? Because it's a new season. It looks like things in the West are way more wide open than we thought. The kind of falling down of the Colorado Avalanche, right? That's obviously going to help out a team like the Winnipeg Jets. Dallas hasn't been a world beater. They've been good. They haven't been a world beater. And really the other team alongside, Winnipeg right now in the Central, the Minnesota Wild are 8-1-2. So when you look at those two teams right now, if you told me right now those were the top 2 teams in the standings, at the end of the season, I probably wouldn't believe you at this point in the year. I think that's pretty on pace. I don't think that's terribly off. I really did expect Colorado and Nashville to be a lot better than what we've seen them become. But that's the opportunity now for teams like the Jets and the Wild and the Stars to jump their ticket into the playoffs this year. So, Dallas, I could see Dallas still winning the division when it's all said and done after 82 games during the regular season. But it's quite impressive what the Jets are doing right now. And this early season momentum gives you, when those things go wrong later on, it doesn't put it's a lot easier to preserve your lead than to try and build your way back up, because now you're relying on everybody else losing games around you. You're going to need help from other teams. The Jets have put themselves in a position where the only real thing that can hurt them is if they get too complacent at the wrong point in the season and they start playing bad down the stretch. And that's kind of what happened to the Jets last year. You know, they were playing great in the beginning of the season, and then it seemed like in the second half of the season, like, you weren't as inspired, and nobody really thought the Jets were going to do anything in the playoffs, right? I think a lot of people kind of felt that way, right? I don't think I'm the only one. Like, it just seemed like they didn't have things going at the right time. So that's the one criticism I would say for the Jets, but you can't control that, right? You want to win the games when you can. You're picking up those points like nothing right now, and that's great. So we'll see how far this can take them. This is a good hockey team, though, and they're definitely going to be a threat in the Western Conference this year. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. What do you guys think of the Winnipeg Jets? Do you think this is the year that the Jets can finally get on a deep playoff run again? The last time we saw them go on a deep run, what was that, 2016, 17, something like that? It's been a while for the Jets. And if they want to get back to the Western Conference, back to the Cup final, maybe even winning a Stanley Cup for Canada, you know, there's a little bit of work to do before that, but they're definitely leaning in the right direction. Guys, make sure to check out our new Goal Line Hockey merch as the holidays are quickly approaching. We're going to have some new merchandise here on the channel, so if you're interested in any of that, make sure to check out the links down below. If you want to join our Discord links are also down in the description down below, and the easiest thing you can do is make sure you're subscribed to the channel. If you like this content and want to see videos similar to this one, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love answering all your guys' questions, reading all your guys' comments here on the channel, so I truly do appreciate that. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.